Big connection, with Texas Tech would be Deontay, Lindsay from Ada.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar. Kind of give me your thoughts on him, new kid on the block. What you see out
Go
of him.
from Oklahoma?
We do both sides out of Denison, right there on the Red River. So Ada is kind of our town. If you just give me your thoughts on Deontay.
Yeah, Deontay is actually, we're right across the locker room from each other. And so he's a great kid. He's already put on 20 pounds. He looks like a college safety now. He came in at like maybe $170, but he's up to like 200 pounds now, and he looks the part. Really excited for him, and he's going to get to learn from some really talented guys that we brought in. We brought in a guy that was an All-American at NDSU, so he's going to get to learn from him this year. But his time's coming soon. I'm really excited to see where he goes.
Boom. Thanks so much.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank y'all.
I know you already talked about it a little bit earlier, but there was quite a scrum here. What was the Manning Passing Academy like for you, and what can you learn from that experience?
Yeah, I mean, going to get hands-on work from Peyton and Eli Manning and John Gruden, it was tremendous. Getting to learn from guys that have won Super Bowl championships and just the ins and outs of the X's and O's. And the biggest part is the leadership part. I've seen the way that Peyton was handling himself with all the 1,400 kids that were at camp. There's a lot of presence and a lot of calmness that breeds from him, and I have a lot of respect for the Mannings now, and I'm always going to be a fan of them.
What expectations do you have on yourself here? Obviously, this is they touted it there at the beginning of the thing. Quite a few quarterbacks back in this league, and this is a quarterback-driven league. What are your expectations?
I feel like it's going to.
Yeah, I mean, the expectations for me is just to win games for Texas Tech, and I'm not really worried about the passing yards. There's a lot of Texas Tech quarterbacks that have put up numbers that probably won't ever be touched. But my job, is just to win football games, and there hasn't ever been a Big 12 championship won in Lubbock, and it's my job to bring that home. This is my last year, I know that we're going to do this, and we're not going to be timid this year. We're going to go after people in the conference, and we're going to get after it this year.
Obviously, last season didn't end the way you wanted. What have you learned the most about yourself, given the recovery and now being fully healthy going into this season?
Yeah, just the doing it injured, rather than doing it healthy. This is going to be the first year that I've started the season healthy. I mean, I was healthy last year, but I still had a messed up shoulder. So trying to just elaborate on plays, create plays when plays aren't there, using my legs more. I haven't got to use my legs. I dropped about 15 pounds. I'm feeling a lot better, a lot healthier. So really excited just to extend plays and kind of be that playmaker that Tech needs.
Can you talk about your relationship with Mac? Obviously, coming in for a new system, how have you developed to that?
I feel like it was
given
something that was needed.
The weapons that they have also brought in.
Oh yeah. I mean, Coach Leftwich is awesome. I mean, it's a very explosive offense. Getting to Coach Cam Ward and having the last 5 years of putting up over 50 points. At Texas State, Incarnate Word. But man, he's brilliant. I mean, the way that he operates the offense, and he also played quarterback in college, and so he knows, like what you see on the field, he understands, he understands how it works, and so that's really cool to have. But he's awesome, family guy. His kids are always at the facility. We're always at his house eating steaks. He's just a really good guy, and I'm glad that, he's going to be my coordinator this last year.
When you're walking through the tunnel into the crowd that is, week one, what are you most excited about for this season?
Really, I'm just excited to get to season here. I feel like it's been so anticipated, coming off the surgery and just the delayedness of not doing spring. I'm just ready to get on the field. I'm ready to go play somebody, and this is year 5 for me. This is year 3 of me probably playing a lot of football, and I'm just really excited to get back in the Jones in front of 60,000 tortillas flying, Mass Rider running, all the new transfers. You get to see all the crazy fans in the Jones, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
But now that
all that stuff that's in the new football game. Did you have a chance to look at the football game?
Yeah, I did. The new game is legit. We got a little code early, so we got to play it last night before we headed up here. And man, that game is a lot of fun. And we're also rated pretty highly, so we're like 5th in the country of overall rating. So I'm excited to play with us.
Caleb mentioned it. They didn't do you any favors, though.
No. I got to go talk to EA I gotta go talk to EA. But I had the little ring with the star around it, so I mean that's pretty cool. I can tell my kids I did that.
We say better players.
Yes, sir.
What is it like for just the Texas Tech alumni base now? You know, the Mahomeses, the Tyree Wilson from being a first-round pick, and the Michael Crabtrees, and do you get to connect with any of the guys recently? Or
Yes, sir. Yeah, I get to talk to Patrick. He texted me before a couple games this last year. Just reaching out, and the alumni base that Tech has is unmatched. We got guys all the way in Dallas. We got guys all the way in Florida, Montana. I mean, you see Texas Tech everywhere, and that's really cool to see because a lot of colleges don't have that, and just the town of Lubbock itself is really special.
How has Coach McGuire just impacted you, and what is what is his impact overall for this team as well?
Yeah, Coach McGuire, he's a really special guy to me. He was kind of a guy that took a chance on me. He played me early as a redshirt freshman, and kind of just said, "Hey, man, like we're gonna ride with you, and you're our guy." And having that confidence from your head coach of you're our guy, we're gonna go roll with you. It speaks volumes, and I love that man. I'll do whatever it takes to win him a Big 12 championship this year.
I like it. Who would you say now with OU and Texas out of the Big 12? Who would you say is Tech's biggest rival right now? Is it TCU? Is it Oklahoma State? Who?
It's hard to say now because we don't play any Texas teams this year. We don't play Baylor. We don't play TCU. Hope to see one of those teams in the conference championship. But every week's competitive. Like Cincinnati, they got a good squad now. UCF, BYU, and all those teams. Utah, I'm excited to go play in Utah. It'll be your first time playing up there. I heard it gets rowdy. So just every week's going to be a challenge, and just go tackle it week by week.
Were you impressed by what Arizona State did last year, and just them coming on and playing some physical football, Cam Scatterwell and everything that went on?
Yeah, it was fun to watch. It kind of hurts, beating that team. Beating both teams that played for the conference championship last year, that was tough. But bouncing back this year, we know the expectations, we know where we need to be, and so we just got to get there. Yes, sir. Thank you. Good, man. How are you?
Good. Hey, man, I've been wanting